Hello guys, we have the second part of factorization, and the question here is 2x raised to the power of 2 minus x minus 6. But you will notice the difference between the first part of our factorization. You will notice that the first part of our factorization, we had only the coefficient of x squared was 1, but in this equation the coefficient of x squared is 2. So when you have the coefficient of x squared more than 1, you use the coefficient to multiply with the constant. So the constant here is 6, and the normal way of solving quadratic using factorization method, you think of the two possible numbers, and that when you add you have the middle term, and when you multiply you have the last term. So in this equation we have 2x raised to the power of 2 minus x minus 6. But you cannot solve it straight. You will use 2 multiply with the last term, that is 2 times 6 minus 6 will give us minus 12. So now bear it at the back of your mind that this 6 is no longer 6 but minus 12. So think of the two possible values, that when you multiply you have 12, not ordinary 12 but minus 12, and when you add you have minus 1. So the two possible values are minus 4x minus plus 3x. By the time you say minus 4x plus 3x, you are going to have minus x. So when you multiply 4 by 3, you have minus 12. So now, since we know that the two possible values are minus 4 and plus 3, we now substitute it with the middle term. So we have 2x raised to the power of 2 minus 4x plus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. Because this will give us exactly what we have initially. So from here, we now insert our brackets. After inserting the brackets, you think of the common factor for the first bracket and the common factor for the second bracket. The common factor for the first bracket is 2x. How do I know that? Because the only factor that will divide 2x raised to the power of 2 and 4x is just 2, no any other factor. So 2x into 2x raised to the power of 2. This is the same thing as 2 times x all over 2 times x. So x take care of x and 2 take care of 2. We just left with x, and that is what we have here. And again, 2x into 4x, 4x divided by 2x. 2 into 4 is 2. X into x, we have 2. Not just 2 but minus 2, because it's minus 4. So that will give us minus 2. Then for the second bracket, the common factor here is 3, and 3x divided by 3 will give us x. Then that is plus 3 bracket open x minus 6 divided by 3 is 2. You will notice that the two brackets become equal. So since you are solving and you arrive at different brackets, which means you're wrong. So you have to recheck your question and know where the fault is coming from. But here we have the same brackets. We're having x minus 2 and x minus 2. So which means we are on the right track. So let's continue. So having two descent brackets, we pick just one. So we pick x minus 2 among the two brackets. Then forming the second bracket, we now use those outside values to form the second bracket, and that will be 2x plus 3 or equal to 0. So now either the first equation is equal to 0 or the second equation is equal to 0. Either the first equation, let's just put it in writing, either the first bracket, which is x minus 2 is equal to 0, or 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So now the question, you are looking for x, so you collect like terms. So collecting like terms, you take 2 to the other side. That will become x is equal to 2, or the reason why I say x is equal to 2, when taking minus 2 to the right hand side, it gives positive 2, no longer minus 2, because the sign changes. If it is positive, changes to negative. It is negative, changes to positive. So for the second bracket, we have 2x is equal to, taking 3 to the other side, that gives us minus 3. So we are looking for x, divide both sides by 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times x, that gives us x. 3 divided by 2, so we just use it in fraction. So x is equal to minus 3 all over 2. And these are our two possible values that when you substitute here, you have, that will give us 0. Let's check. If we say x is equal to 2, substituting from our equation, that is where you see x, you insert 2. So 2 raised to the power of 2 minus 2 minus 6. Let's see. 2 raised to the power of 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Minus 2 minus 6. So minus 2 minus 6 is 8. So 8 minus 8 will give us 0. So that shows that the answer, the two possible values that can make this equation 0 is 2 and minus 3 all over 2. Thank you all. If you enjoy my teaching, please turn on the notification bell and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.